Welcome back to another episode of the Chips and Chops podcast. We are back in Stockroom East studio after a sad episode away. Stockroom East is a collaborative workspace that offers so many things, including an event space, a podcast video studio, 24-hour access, an amazing community, events, and more. With us today is CT Trev, a 21-year-old content creator who's passionate about entertainment and so much more. So I'm curious, would you say there was a big moment, as a kid, where you realized, you want to be an entertainer? Or have you always just been, the entertainer type of guy?
That's funny. So, I never really wanted to be an entertainer or anything like that. But, you always have thoughts. You watching a movie, you be like, I feel like I can be in that, in that position. I could be that type of actor or stuff like that. But I never thought anything about it. I only wanted to be a basketball player. I would say, so I played football and basketball. And then probably around 6th grade, I started playing basketball. I was taking it more and more serious. And then I started developing and getting better and better and better. So then I was like, I really like this. I like watching the games. I like the players. So I got studying and I don't know. I just fell in love. So then I wanted to be a basketball player.
So when you were a kid and a teacher asked you what your dream was, it was always I want to go to the NBA.
NBA.
It was 100%. There was nothing about I want to be on a stage talking to people.
It was never nothing else. It was NBA, and then they will always give me that look. And
everyone's gotten that look for what they said.
So it's they'll look at me, they'll be like, the NBA, and I'm like, the NBA.
Yeah. I'm a kid. I'm supposed to dream.
I'm supposed to dream, and I hate it when teachers do that. Teachers do that to so many people, and I don't think they know how tarnishing that can be.
Yeah.
They don't, and I would think that they would know because they were in those shoes at a point in time. But I feel like it's just more of a different era. It's a different day and age. So then they feel like you have to go be a teacher, a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, things like that, but it's not the case anymore.
And the way that perceives, the other students in the class see the teacher nah, you're not making the NBA. Then that gives them that hating mentality to then hate on the kid too. You're a loser. You're not making the NBA.
When you're young like that,
you just want to fit in, I feel like.
Yeah. When you're young like that and you have older people around you, that's all you want to...
You won't be like your role models. Exactly. And your role model... Who was your role model when you were younger? Was there an NBA player, or was it just a personality?
It was always different, but I loved Kobe Bryant until I found out about LeBron.
Okay.
As of right now, you can ask anybody, I'm probably the biggest LeBron fan there is.
Bro.
Every time he's posted, if he posts on Instagram, I'm commenting. I'm like,
yeah,
my king, my king. It's more of a troll, but I'm also serious. I'm like, I love this guy. I know him. If anything was to happen, I would.
So you call yourself a bronzexual?
Yeah, I mean, you can say that.
That's what
I'm
they
not
say.
Gonna say that, but y'all can say that, and I wouldn't be mad about it. I literally wouldn't be mad.
That's what they be calling people like you.
So if anyone asks who the greatest of all time is, you're saying LeBron.
LeBron, there's not even.
And Kobe's number 2, or are you?
Right, MJ has.
Understandable that MJ is number 2.
It's a toss up. It's a toss up because
it's that close.
It is because Kobe is basically Michael Jordan, but in my opinion, I would say he's better. But also, Michael Jordan was just amazing. And he they always say the 6-0 finals, but I literally don't know. But in my opinion, I'm gonna go Kobe then Mike.
That's something I've never heard.
I've never heard that. I was avidly into the NBA, bro. I was the same thing. I love LeBron. But for me, now that I'm not super into basketball, it's more I like LeBron because it's how I don't understand how you can hate on the guy.
Right.
Bro, he makes schools. You don't really see, he could be using his money buying the hella cars or whatever, but he's helping out his community because he literally came from nothing.
Right. So the way I look at it is, the more the world goes on, the more the world evolves. Don't get me wrong. Mike was amazing. He was the best or whatever. But as the world goes on, there's always going to be something better, someone better, or anything like that. So, in my opinion, I feel like the newer players will always be better than the older people.
They can be better. They can be the best of their generation.
Right.
As the generation goes, the best player has to change.
Yep. So they always go Magic Johnson's the best point guard ever. But
I'm taking Curry over him. Like, you know what I mean?
Any day. I'm not. I don't know if I would even consider Magic Johnson top 5 point guards in my list because he was a great passer. Yes, he was. But I feel like he just originated it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he was the
Because
first one to do the no.
there's always something new that's like revolutionary.
Like, you think?
Yeah.
Like, you think in 20 years Steph Curry won't be perceived as the best shooter?
20 years is not that.
He better be the best.
20 years ago was
okay,
MJ.
Honestly, no, you're right. 20 years from now, Steph Curry would probably be like, he'd probably bump down to like number 5.
Like, he'll be like what Steve Kerr is.
Because you got to think about it. He's been doing this for the past 7+ years. So think about a kid that's in like 7th grade. He's been watching Curry since like 4th grade.
Yeah.
And now all he does is shoot threes. So then as he gets older, that's all he's going to do.
Those kids are all over ESPN's like little like Steph Curry wannabe type.
Yep. So by the time they get older and they get better and get better, they're going to have to expand the 3-point line and all that stuff like that.
But it's also like if you put Curry back in the 90s, he's still cooking.
Curry is
he would cook.
And if you put him in now or Magic Johnson now, he's not gonna be as good as he was.
Simmons. He would literally be Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Ben Simmons.
I was thinking Russell Westbrook, but yeah, Ben Simmons would probably
he would be Ben Simmons. I was literally just talking about this yesterday. If Magic was to go in our day and age right now, he would literally be Ben Simmons.
That's an interesting take.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of disrespectful to Magic Johnson.
Ben
Simmons averaged like 7, 5, and 5 or something, bro. He's like benched.
Well, Ben Simmons before his whole breakup and mental breaks and whatnot.
I don't. That's just kind of how I look at it because I wouldn't say you have to be able to be a great shooter to be really good at basketball, but with him not being able to shoot a lick, it shows. Like Ben Simmons went from up here a couple years ago to like terrible.
Like he's a minimum player, bro.
He's a minimum player, and it's like. I feel like it would be the same way with Magic. Literally, I feel like it would be the same way with Magic.
So like even like going back to 6th grade, you like that was when you were telling your teachers, I want to make the NBA, and they were telling you no.
Right.
Like how did that affect you mentally?
I feel like as I was growing up, I never really looked at things for what they were. I kind of always brushed things off. I really wasn't listening to what like a teacher would say or anybody would say. So like when they would say stuff like that, it never even clicked in my mind to be like, wow, like that's really messed up. Why are you saying stuff like that?
Because you're a kid. You're just moving on with your days. Like,
and I'm just going by my.
You don't really have a perception of time.
Like if I'm playing, I'm like, I remember, like my teacher said I won't go to the NBA, so now let me go harder. Stuff like that. But that's kind of how I look at things. And then as I got older, because like around when COVID started, I kind of started like expanding myself more, like as far as like opening up to the world, opening up and just becoming more wise about the stuff that's going on. And then that's when I realized I was like, my whole life up until now, I kind of like never really took things for what they were.
Yeah.
And I kind of just started, just I don't know how to really say.
Yeah. What was your breaking point or like your what's the word, influencers that made it like to where you started opening up and seeing the world how it is?
I wouldn't say anybody in particular, but when COVID started, a couple months in, I got COVID, but I was perfectly fine. I didn't have really any symptoms like that, and then later on, I got really sick.
Yeah,
I had crazy stomach pains, and my breathing was bad. My breathing got real bad. So
this was after you had COVID?
Yep.
Okay.
So I went to the doctor. Doctors can't figure out anything. So then I go to a different doctor. Doctor can't figure out anything. I go to Indy. I go to Ohio. And
wow, this is like big.
Yeah, this is big because it got so bad to where from, I would say like June, July of 2020 up until end of 2021, like late 2021.
So 6 months straight, like you were.
No. Like a year and
a
year and a half. I was in the house every single day, sick, to where some days I literally felt like I could die. But like it was to the point that like if the doctors couldn't figure out what was going on, if I was to tell someone like our age, they would look at it like, you're like you're gassing it. You're not telling the truth. So like I would never tell anyone. But like I was literally in my room suffering, and my mom like she just couldn't take it. Like she was just like
she didn't believe you, or she?
No, she believed me, but she kind of just was like, I don't know what to do. Like she's scared and stuff like that. So that whole thing was going on, and when I was just sitting in the house, I'm on my phone just scrolling, and I come across a few videos like some inspirational videos. So then I kind of got to thinking to myself, and I was just like, I kind of want to open up. You know, I like to absorb things. I'm like a sponge. I like to absorb anything. I like to learn. I like to learn about anything. And I kind of was like, okay, let me figure out how to learn about this, how to learn about that. And one of my closest friends, Gabe, he's always had like a real big robust vocabulary. Like he knew all the big words.
Yeah.
So like when we'd be in class and he had said, everybody just look at him like what is that word? What does that even mean? And I used to just look at him, and I would just look at him, and I'm like, I want to be like that. I want to learn. I want to be.
You want to
like
be saying the wild stuff that people are like, wow, what?
Yep. So that was another reason, and I just wanted to learn about everything. So then I learned. I would say I would just tap into just about anything that I could find or I was interested in that moment, and I was just learning stuff like that. And then to now I'm at the point to where I want to learn everything. I want to learn how to sing. I want to learn how to play the piano, the drums. I want to learn Spanish. I want to learn Spanish bad, but I'm so lazy that like I can easily just get
it's hard.
My phone and learn it from there. But I'm lazy about it. But I want to learn everything. I even want to do like karate, like martial arts.
Bro.
Like, I want to learn.
Bro,
everything.
I did back when I was in second through we'll say fourth grade. I did karate and got black belt, and then had surgery, and I just stopped after that.
Surgery on what?
My feet. I was born with something, but
okay.
So like I had surgery on that, and I just never went back to it. But like my flexibility was insane. Like I was doing like if I had a chair here and a chair there, my left foot here, my right foot there, I'm doing the splits.
What?
I'm flat like a I don't even know, like a plank.
All right. So do they
Flat
make
world.
you like that? They with the things they do they like teach you
No,
like that?
It didn't really teach me that, but like all the kicking and whatnot, it just develops.
Right.
Like you develop that flexibility, that stretchiness. And
So you were meant to be like the Karate Kid.
I was the karate kid. That was me.
so
And then
his
I'm a fallen prodigy.
His dream was to go to the NBA. Was your dream to like be a fighter?
Yeah, you could say like I wanted to like some MMA type stuff.
Like it's
and
scary though. Karate is scary. I feel like
it can be. I don't know.
I'm scared of ball fighting.
There's so much different variations of fighting to where it's like you really have to know every single different kind on what you want to be a thing. Like karate, there's no wrestling, there's no hugging, there's none of that stuff. But like MMA is like a mix of karate and wrestling because it's you wrestle, but like also you throw that kick.
Yeah, that's I when I watch MMA, I literally every time I see it, I just think in my head like the guys that are in MMA are like psychopaths.
They don't wear cups.
Bro, no, they're like chess players though, bro. Like they have to be thinking constantly.
They do, but I can't begin to think in my head that okay, we're going into a fight. I'm not really mad at you, but I have to fight you. And then let's say I get you on the ground and I'm hammering your face like this. Yeah. Like that's
crazy.
That's crazy.
And then after like you shake hands. Like
and shake hands.
You just pounded my face into the ground.
Pounded my
dropped
face.
your genitals on my face. and now we're dapping up after saying like good game and we each get a couple $1 million. Like that's crazy.
It's I literally don't understand how they do it. I think they're all psychopaths.
They might be.
So like you just want to be in like the hand-to-hand combat,
that's why
kicking and
like I would be in I can definitely do regular combat, but like MMA, I think that's like ruthless.
Yeah.
That's like
because like
beef.
for karate and whatnot, they teach you forms and stuff. So you don't even start battling people till you're like the fourth belt. Yeah. So you learn these forms, basic hand movements, basic kicks, and then that's when you get to start fighting with like
and then like
you get nunchucks and stuff.
I feel like when in karate, it's more of just learning than to go against someone and beat them.
No, that's the thing is competitions to like get black belt and whatnot. There's 3 different parts. It was forms. So like your form with no nunchucks or there was a staff. I forgot what the staff was called, but you would have forms with that. And then you had forms with the nunchucks and the staff and whatnot. And that also went with like breaking boards. You have to break boards.
Right.
So you break the boards, and then you're doing that, and then you have a kick one where you boom.
Or the boards like.
And then there's like there's different levels.
I don't understand how you just.
Yeah, I don't understand how you just.
No, there's different levels, and like I remember being in my basement. Like my dad he pushed me like hard in it.
Right.
Like we would be in the basement, and he'd have like we bought a board, and let's just say when you first buy the board, it's not broken into. Like it was so hard. Yeah. So you're punching it and whatnot. It's just not breaking. And my dad was like, you have to break it like 5 times before we go upstairs. It's
so
like,
you broke it.
Of course I would. Like eventually it just breaks. I don't know if my pops was flexing it a little bit because I think there was a way you could hold it, but yeah, it would.
So how about the bricks? I see like
I never done the brick.
The videos
that's
where they're breaking bricks. How you?
They gotta be fake, bro.
That's some crazy.
Gotta be fake.
That's some crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, like I'm like curious. Like I'm trying to think about it. I look at it as like everyone has this moment in their lives where they really become like futuristic thinkers. They think like, where do I want to be in 5 years?
Right.
It's kind of like when you realize you kind of only have one life, you know? Like when did you realize? Because like you're someone, you want to do piano, singing, fighting. I'm not even to the point where I want to learn stuff like that. You know what I mean?
So, like I said, I wanted to go to NBA. So I played basketball and I ended up going to college for basketball. So then I'm like, okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so I went to college for basketball.
Where?
I went to Lincoln College.
Okay.
I went to Lincoln College for basketball, and obviously when you go that far, now you're thinking like, so okay, I'm not gonna lie, around like maybe like sophomore junior year, I realized that like NBA might be a stretch.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make it to the NBA. I'm 5'7".
Yeah.
130, 140 pounds.
What was it like realizing that? Was that heartbreaking or was that kind of like relieving?
It was
bro?
heartbreaking, but it was also because I'm more of like an accepting things.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's always something to do about it, but it was really nothing much I could do about it. You know, making it to the NBA at 5'7".
Yeah.
is like, you know, you have to.
Like you're not going to be the next Muggsy Bogues or whatever.
Exactly. So it kind of scratched out, but then the overseas came into play.
That's somewhere, yeah.
And overseas, there's probably like so many people that's good enough to play overseas. It's just all about getting the chance though. And then also, you know, kind of doing the right thing. You can't be doing all the other crazy stuff like that. So I went to college playing basketball, and I started having knee problems. Before the knee problems, I never had any like injuries. I never had any type of injuries or like anything like that. So then my knee started hurting, and I kind of wasn't thinking anything about it. So I kept playing. I ice. And my knee just was getting worse. I went to the doctor. They gave me a brace, and it was like he told me it was like something to do with the tendon or whatever. But I don't know what those.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Who cares?
So
yeah.
I was like,
who cares?
Who cares? I'm gonna wear the brace and I'm gonna play basketball. So then it kind of felt like it was getting worse. So then I was I wouldn't say that I'm religious. I wouldn't say that, but I'm a big believer in God. So I pray a lot. So then it got to the point where when I would pray, I was asking God, like, is this a sign? Is this a sign for me to stop playing basketball? So then if it is a sign, to keep giving me a sign. And the pain was just getting worse and worse and worse. So then I was like, okay, maybe it's a sign. But there's always that thought in the back where it's like, maybe it's not a sign.
Maybe it's something I got to persevere through, and then like the
Definitely.
end result will be brilliant.
Yep. So then COVID happened. They sent us home. We ended up staying home. And then we went on a lockdown. So now I'm playing the game. And at this point, I know about Twitch a lot, kind of. I wouldn't say I know about Twitch a lot, but I know streamers, and I know what Twitch is. I know people stream on Twitch. So at that time, me, Dorian, it's a bunch of people probably you wouldn't know, and we would play NBA 2K20 for like 10 to 14 to 6. Like
that was a decent 2K.
Yes, and we would play it all day long. So then it got to the point where I was like, I think I might start streaming.
Yeah.
So then I don't know if y'all know, his name is Devon Johnson. He also streams on Twitch. That's like
I recognize the name.
Yeah, that's my brother. So he had streamed on Twitch back when Fortnite was popping. but we weren't really connected at the time so much. So then I'm like, I think we should start doing Twitch. So then at the time you could stream on your PlayStation. I started streaming on my PlayStation. I went and got me a PlayStation camera, and I kind of I like it because I had a personality, and then to just be playing the game and have other people come talk to you and enjoy you playing the game and what you're doing. I just liked everything about that. So then one of my first ever like loyal people that I never knew, his name was Tyrone. He's from the Netherlands, and he found my stream and he just he loved it. He's there every single day. But mind you, they are. I remember because
what hour difference are there?
Yeah. I remember because he was in there every single day. So our difference was either 6 hours behind or 6 hours ahead. I can't remember which one it is.
Hopefully behind.
6 hours ahead would be crazy.
I think they're 6 hours ahead because to this day, if I'm streaming around between 12 to 2 o'clock, he's gonna be in the
a.m.
Yeah.
So that's 6 a.m. for him.
Yeah, because he's going to work at 7 in the morning every day.
And he would tell you that?
Yeah.
Y'all are boys now.
Yes, we were that close because at the time I'm like, he supported me. He doesn't know me.
Yeah.
And that was like my first big supporter that I didn't know, and I couldn't believe it. So he's in there every single day, and this and that. So within the first maybe week or two into me starting to stream, there was a real big 2K streamer. His name is Tyceno, and he's from out the country, but he was really big at the time in the 2K community. He's very, very big, and he came into my stream. Actually, his girlfriend.
Like as a viewer?
First. Yes, his girlfriend came in at first. Her name is Angel Medley. She came into my stream, and she was like, "I like the vibe. This and that." And I didn't know who she was. I'm talking to her like a regular person. At the time. So I'm talking.
Which is good.
Yeah, I'm like, "Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. This and that." So then, the chat pops up, and it says, I look over it, and it says Tyceno. And when you're a partner on Twitch, you have a check mark. So I was like,
you got the check mark.
So I look, and I'm like, whoa. I'm panicked. Like at this time, it's a clip of me. I'm screaming. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, Tyceno's in my chat. I'm like, what's up? And he was like, I love your streams. Keep going. This and that. And he followed me. So then I'm like that whole night. I'm kind of like what the heck? So then I get off stream. And I'm laying in bed, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm thinking, I'm looking at the ceiling. And I'm like, I think that was a sign. Like, there's no way someone that's, like, at the top comes to my stream, and he was in there for a long time.
Yeah, like, they're randomly scrolling and see you, pick you, and then watch you.
And they were actually watching. And I'm like, he found me entertaining. Like someone that's at the top. When you're at the top, you don't really watch anybody that you don't know because you're like, they're not really entertaining. They don't have any viewers, this and that.
And it's not like they're competition because they're at a just different level.
Yep. I feel like when like somebody else who you wouldn't think would like believe in you does, it's like the biggest boost of confidence ever.
It's the biggest thing ever.
Because like you can ride on like I know I'm good. I got this. But it's like when someone who you have a lot of respect for is just like, you're doing great. I mess with what you're doing.
It's big. It's very, very big. So when I, like I said, I was laying in bed and I was thinking about it. So then I go on Twitter, and at the time he probably had like maybe 200K plus followers. So I'm like, I'm gonna DM him, but he
probably not gonna see it.
He's not gonna see it. So I text him a big paragraph. I'm like, I appreciate you, your inspiration, because he really is. He's a very great guy. And, I said all that, and I go to sleep, and I wake up, and he takes me back. And I'm like, wow, like, this is crazy. So then I text him again, and he texts me back, and basically he's just saying, like, you're doing good, keep going. And one day I got you. So then at that point...
What's that mean?
At that point...
What's that mean?
That's like a host probably or something.
Yeah, so at that point, I'm like, what does that mean? So I'm kind of new to Twitch, but then I figure out that you can't host /raid. So like basically...
Yeah, Chap, Liquid Chap? He used to do it to a bunch of people like below him.
Yep.
And like then he like blew up a lot of people.
Yeah, so he had told me one day, he came back and he told me, he's like, I'm going to raid you one day. So I'm like, okay. So at that point, when he tells me that, I'm waiting.
It's such a
Every
bad.
day I start the stream. I'm like, okay, one day he's gonna rate me. Then I see Tyceno went live. So I'm like, okay, I'm alright. I'm like, and the day just never came. So I was like, I'm like, maybe he's gonna keep his word, but I'm like, it's over with.
Yeah.
You know? And 2K21 came out, and it was the very end. So 2K comes out every year in September, and it maybe was August, and Devon always says, expect unexpected. So at this point, I totally forgot that he even was going to do it. I'm thinking nothing of it. And me and Devon just playing. It's probably about 1 or 2 in the morning. So mind you, like I said, he's in a different country too. So he's hours ahead as well.
Oh,
so when he streams and our time, it's perfect for him, but it's late at night for us. So I'm streaming and I get the notification because like you can set alerts. You can set alerts for different stuff. So I know my sound. So then the song comes on, and you know some people do it like to troll, and you can do it and it is just like Joey has rated you with 1 viewer.
Yep.
Like everything counts, but still. So I hear it.
But and I'm that 1 viewer.
Yeah,
so
yeah, basically, yeah. So then I hear it, but I'm in an intense game. So then out my peripheral vision, I see like my chat just moving. And I'm kind of like, am I tripping? So then I look over and it said, Tyceno have rated you with like 3,000 viewers. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So then, and like I said, I have different
This was
songs.
mid-game, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have different songs for my everything's like followers, subs, stuff like that. And I was just getting followers, like just back to back, like people just spamming it. And I couldn't believe it. So I'm like, Devon, come on, we gotta win this game. We gotta win this game. So then we end up winning the game, and I'm going back. I'm like, I gotta thank everybody that followed. So I'm going back. I'm thinking, and it just keeps popping up. And for the whole at that time, and the funny thing is, we were gonna end our stream within the next like 30 minutes. So
you can't do that though. You got to go another 2 hours.
I have to. So at that time, he was like, "No, we staying up." Like Devon is like. That's like my brother for real, and we gonna grind together.
Was he streaming too, or he was streaming? Okay.
Yep. And he was like, I don't care. We was about to go to sleep. We're staying up.
Yeah.
So we streamed for like another 6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8.
So you hosts you at 1. You're staying up till 7.
Yes, because at that point
the game don't get boring like that.
It can.
You're just running.
That's what the chat is
2v2s.
That's what the chat is for.
Okay.
Because you're talking to a chat and they're also talking to you, so it's like.
But he didn't have that chat, right?
So no. So like okay, so let's say he was streaming. He has 3,000 viewers, and he raised it to me. So basically, he gives everything to me. He gives all his viewers to me. So then he ends his stream. So he's not in there.
Yeah.
So everybody that was watching his that said, okay, yes, I do want to go to this person's stream. They're all in there, and now they're talking to me. So
no, I'm saying Devon.
Oh yeah, Devon. Yes.
He don't got those people in his chat.
He don't. But I'm all.
He's helping you out, bro.
Yeah. So
that perseverance.
At that point, yes, he was helping me out. He was like, I don't care. We're not going to sleep. You know, we're staying up. So now I'm like typing my chat. Go type in my chat so people can go on your stream too. So like the first 2 to 3 hours, I had probably about 1,600 viewers for like
that stayed that long.
Yes,
that's crazy.
But at the time, it probably was a lot of people that fell asleep in his stream that lingered on to my stream. But it's 1,600 viewers.
That's like insane.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So like okay, so now it's just like anything with the internet. If you're not doing it big, you're not doing it at all. So. You know, now that Twitch has gotten so big, they make it seem like if you have anything under like 5,000 viewers, you're not really a big streamer. But that's not true at all.
But I mean,
the fact that like it's just crazy.
Like you go. I
was gonna say it's just crazy the fact that like 30 or 40 people like watch you play games. You know
what
I mean? That's like crazy.
Yes, that's the thing because even if you have 100, like okay, so let's look at it. You have 100 viewers and. You look at it, you're like, okay, I got 100 viewers. You know, that's 100 people. But think about you go to the room and 100 people are all in the room for you. When you think at it like that, then it's like, okay, that's crazy. Yeah. Like 100 people is a lot. 30 people is a lot.
Yeah, Joey and I, when we started the pod, we just wanted 50 people to watch episode. We were happy. Like
yeah. And
I said 40. Amazing. I was like, I'm gonna be really happy if we can get 40.
Yes, and that's really really good. So go back to the 1600. So after about 2 to 3 hours, it kind of dropped down to 800. So I'm like, it happens. I'm not worried about it. I still have 800 people in here. I also gained like 100 followers. I'm like, I'm not really, I'm not worried about it. So then the rest of the stream, I averaged 600 viewers. So like the next, 4 to 5 hours, I averaged 600 viewers. So then I'm just like, this was a crazy night. This was, and that kind of like, set it to where before when he came in the first time to my stream, I was like, okay, maybe I can do this.
Yeah.
This is something. This that was a sign. And then when that happened, and to just see the amount of people that stayed and found my stream engaging and entertaining
from a whole different country, people you'll probably never see in your life.
I couldn't believe it. So I was like, okay, yeah, this is what I want to do. So now I'm studying.
Was your New Zealand boy in there?
Or Netherlands there.
Or Netherlands. Was he in there? Like he definitely was.
Been in there.
He had to have been cheesing like hard.
He's like, I want y'all to know I'm the OG though.
Actually, he's 100% was in there because when I went to end the stream, he was putting W. So
yeah.
You know what the W?
Yeah, W's in chat. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so y'all do know. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to watch Twitch all the time. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're into it. So yeah, that
like the Pog and stuff like that.
Only like Fortnite.
So yeah, like there's different like communities in Twitch. So it's just 2 different communities. So you got the W and L, then you have the Poggers, and it's sad, but it's just like anything else in life. It kind of like. You can tell the difference between the two because it's more of just like actual life. It's more of a racial thing. So all the like different races, 9 times out of 10 are W and L. But all the poggers, literally about 99% of the poggers are going to be all of the white people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of still like
interesting.
It's kind of still messed up because it's like why do we continue to divide each other?
I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought like St. Paul was just like some funny thing, Twitch, and then W and L was just like another thing. Like you just say W's.
It's literally like it divides. Like the Poggers don't like the W and L, but the W and L we don't care. Like we would get along with the Poggers. But
I didn't know that was a thing.
That's literally a thing, and it's like it divides it. So then that's when you see streamers like you probably don't know him, but if you do. Like Kai.
Yeah, we know. Of course, we know Kai.
But streamers like Bruce drop him off.
I don't know Bruce.
They kind of like
divide people.
Yeah, no. They came together with the Poggers. So then that's when it kind of you realize that you're getting bigger and bigger because now you're tapped into both sides of the community.
Yep. Okay. Isn't that like what Gideon does? Like because I know like he has a lot of people who are like.
He has a lot of haters.
Yeah, well, there's people that are like super like they feel like they can use him as like an outlet to like be racist towards like say other black people or like just be like discriminatory. Yeah. And he's like, bro, like let's keep it chill, That's not cool.
All goes into the content that you put up. I love Gideon. I love his videos and stuff like that. But he's a like a troll. But he's like a.
He wants a reaction, bro.
Yeah, like to go and piss someone off intentionally, like. That's the content you're putting.
When he went to like the most racist city in the world, like that was so dumb.
Yeah, exactly. So then when you see when you do that and you develop your supporters, your fans, think about what fan base you have. He probably has like a crazy toxic fan base. Like they're probably
it's probably a lot. I think it's a lot of. I think his range is kind of like Aiden Ross's. It's kind of like a seventh grade to junior, bro.
But his viewers like want to see people be racist. Towards him, I feel like that's like really just like crazy and like that's like weird.
It's like the COVID Fortnite kids. Like.
Yeah, that's funny because Aiden Ross definitely has, and he knows it. He probably has the absolute most toxic. Community there is. Yeah,
that's why there's been a lot of controversy with him like backing Tate is because they think that him backing Tate then puts Tate stuff into the brainwashes little kids and messes with their brains. So I don't know. It's such a weird bridge.
Yeah, it is, and I feel like it's like a seesaw effect. It kind of it balances out because Tate says some wild things. Yes, he does, but a lot of things he say are actually true.
It's like motivational.
So like the other side of the seesaw doesn't even get seen because the bad side.
Yep. So it never weighs out, and with the internet, the bad is always gonna outweigh the good.
Yeah.
So every time someone is doing something that can get a reaction or get a negative reaction, it's gonna push through the algorithm crazy. It's always gonna, any type of controversy that goes on the internet is gonna get views. So like controversy and girls are the biggest.
That's how Aiden Ross got huge, and then he basically got huge and put all that hugeness onto Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Because he used to do those E-dates back in COVID.
Yeah.
And I feel like that controversy stuff kind of goes back to you with wanting to be in the NBA is the teacher putting you down. That creates a controversy because you don't like that. And then all the other kids then hop on her team and then put you down because it's always like 30v1.
And then it makes those things even harder when the teacher does that and then the kids follow the teacher because now, let's say I have a basketball game and I'm in 6th grade, so I'm like 11, 12 years old or whatever. I'm 11 years old. I go have a basketball game. Let's say I don't really do anything in that basketball game.
Then they're saying you're not making it.
Now it's like I told you.
Yeah.
So like it makes it 10 times harder, and not everyone can take those type of
type of blows.
Yeah, not everyone.
Cause that just like hurts. Like especially if it's like your friend, bro. Which like when you're a kid, like that's kind of what it is.
Yeah. So it's all types of stuff like that goes on to that type of things.
Along with the Twitch, like you were posting some viral ass TikToks.
Yeah.
And like you were talking about girls, like I looked through some. It kind of seemed like some thirst traps, stuff like that, bro. Like,
okay, so, me and Divine, we started TikTok. College. It was
Wait, is he like your actual like brother, or is it just like
no,
bros?
He's not my brother.
Like best friends,
Yep. So, in college, me and my friend, we made a TikTok. Just at that time. We were all saying TikToks for kids. Like we had when we would play Fortnite with my friend, TikToks he had a little brother, and he's all like you can hear it in the mic. He's scrolling through TikTok.
Yeah, that's Joey. Joey purposely when we're playing like something, he'll put it right on there, like because he'll be dead. He dies like really fast, so then he'll like put it, and you can't lock in because you're listening to him, listening to songs that is like some random girl dancing.
Yeah,
no one cares,
bro. We hear it in the mic. And we're like, turn that off. Like, we're not trying to hear that. Like, turn that off. And we're like, bro, like, only kids watch that. Stop watching that. And it's funny because I went to college. And we went months in. Me and my friend were like, let's make a TikTok. So, it's funny because some guys did the skit. Their name was like, Drew Beans and something else. And they did a skit to where they locked the keys in their car.
What?
But the door is unlocked. So they lock the keys in their car and the door is unlocked, and they're trying to figure out how to get into the car. So they grab a hanger, they go into the window,
I've seen that.
Yeah, and then his friend goes, he goes to the back door. And he opens the back door and he climbs over the front seat, he grabs the keys and closes the door back and said, "Here." And then he opens the door from there. So then we were like, let's do something like that. Let's make a skit just like that. So we went outside to his car and we locked the keys in. And we're panicking. We're like, oh my God, you locked the keys in the car. I can't believe this. So now we got a hanger and we're acting like we're trying to unlock the car. And he goes to the back seat and he goes in there and he crawls in there. And he grabs the keys. And he come out, and I grab a brick, and I act like, and I kind of go like this towards the window with the brick, and then we cut the video, and I posted it on my page. I posted on my page first because it kind of was like my idea. I said let's do it first, and my first video it went crazy. I posted it. I didn't think nothing of it. We were doing it just for fun, and we went back to his room, and he was playing Fortnite, and I'm just getting notifications. So-and-so have liked your video. So-and-so have liked your video. So I looked, and it said, 2,000 views. I'm like, whoa, that's good.
Yeah.
So then something goes on, day goes by, And I look back and it's at 10K views. And I'm like, bro, like, we got a video that got 10K
and you posted
views.
that with 0 followers.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Very first
How does 0 followers get 10,000 impressions for a video?
I posted, and over the days, it's still doing great. So it gets up to about 30 to 40K views. So then I'm like, maybe it just was, we just stole somebody's thing.
Yeah.
And their video did go viral. So I'm like, maybe it was that. So we didn't think nothing of it. We really didn't make any more TikToks like that. So then we came home from COVID, and, you're at the house. This is when they first started. So we were on pure lockdown where they were like, if you leave the house, you're getting in trouble.
Yeah.
So got bored, started making TikToks, and they weren't really doing anything crazy at all. They'd do a couple hundred views, maybe 1,000 views, maybe 2,000 views, but it was nothing more than that. So I made probably about 7 or 8 over the few months. And then the winter came, and me and Divine, we went to this. We went to the skating rink. We went to start skating again.
Yeah.
And we were kind of doing dance videos. We were doing some dancing videos, and they started kind of like picking up, and they were doing like good numbers. Like they'd do anywhere between like 5 to maybe like 20K views. So then we were like
you were posting those for for the shorties, right?
Yeah.
Like,
no.
like why you want to dance on the camera?
No. So we were doing it just for the fun of it.
Okay.
We were doing just for the fun of it.
Because it's just like fun, like messing around with your boy, making that type of
Yeah,
stuff. Like
exactly.
that's like we like that.
Joey,
Exactly.
Joey did that. Put a weird filter on it. Put a little song on it.
Yeah. So we were just having fun with it, and then the girls definitely came in. The girls, they definitely, they're like, y'all two are cute. Who's the guy with the dreads? Who's the guy with the curly hair? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we were making videos. And each video was just doing crazy numbers. So then we kind of talked, and we're gonna do this every single day. This is what's gonna put us out there. And at that time, we weren't streaming every day at all.
The thing is like your TikTok views, you're doing those dance videos. That has really nothing to do with your 2K, right?
Nothing.
So
nothing. Like they have no idea
two completely different demographics. Like how did you?
So at the time
really boost your Twitch? Because I feel like
at that time we weren't streaming consistent at all.
Yeah.
So we fell in love with like.
Entertaining.
The engagement that we were getting. So we were dancing, just blowing up, and we were like, we're gonna do this every single day. So every day I'm going to his house. We're gonna find a video, and we're either gonna do it outside, we're gonna go somewhere with a good scenery, we're gonna go to the mall, we're gonna do anything, and we're gonna do TikToks every single day.
Yeah.
So at that point, we weren't thinking anything about Twitch. Twitch was gone.
Y'all were just having fun.
We were just having fun. Twitch is gone. Now we're just going to grow on TikTok and just become big and big and big. And then that'll branch on. But we were thinking nothing about streaming.
Yeah.
Nothing about YouTube or anything. So now we're doing TikTok. And it's crazy to see how fast you can actually grow. Like, you can go overnight literally from 1,000 views. 1,000 followers and wake up and have 17,000 followers.
Which doesn't make sense.
Which is literally absurd. Like when that happens, it's kind of like like you're seeing someone and you're starstruck. So like when you look at your phone, you're just like what
happened?
Heck? Like what is going on? So now you're just chasing it. You're chasing.
You know what? So you're saying you got all your ideas from other videos, right?
Yes. So at that time, everybody doing the same. Like if it's a viral dance. Flooding it. We're gonna do that dance every day, and then someone else will make another dance. We're not dancers at all. We're not even good dancers.
Yeah.
But it was just the fact that they could see us having fun dancing, and we weren't too bad.
Yeah.
And then we also, we looked good and stuff like that.
It's just kind of funny, bro. I feel like.
Do you find it weird though? Like everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone keeps pushing out the same content. That content is getting boosted by TikTok because it's all the same and it's trending or whatnot. Right. So everyone keeps doing that. Everyone follows into the mainstream, but
so what you come to find out is
the different stuff doesn't get seen.
What you come to find out is that everyone is doing the same exact dance, but you want to see different people doing it.
Yes.
So that's
you might want to see like two short like
Exactly.
Like Too Short, like Latina girls doing it. And then you can see like him and his boy doing it. Like you want to see both point of views.
Exactly. So
it's just crazy.
What it is. That's all it is. They want to see different people. So like once you grow your little fan base or whatever, when they see Charlie D'Amelio do that dance, now they're like, okay, I can't wait for Devon and Trevor to post their videos.
Yep.
So then it goes to that like that, and we were growing, and so like. We'd do the same exact dance. I'd do it on my phone. I set my phone up. We'd do it on mine. And then we'd do it over because we're not good dancers.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of tries. Then you got to memorize the dance, and that's not easy at all. So
yeah, sometimes like I'll be in class and the girl will like say like hit this TikTok with me. I'm not doing that. I like I have to watch how to do it 10 times for me to even try to like be able to do it.
So I set my phone up, we do it, we do it, take, until we get it right. And then he'll set his phone up, and by then we'll kind of have it down packed. So we'll just do it just like that. So then we're basically posting the same exact dancing video in the same exact spot. Like we can be right here, and it's going to be on my page and his page, but it's not the same exact video.
Mm-hmm.
And both of our videos doing numbers every time. Like 20, anywhere between 20K.
Y'all be getting competitive or nah?
No. That's one thing you can never do.
Okay.
Like let's say you two get big.
Yeah.
You two get big, and let's say David has 200K followers, but Joey has 500K.
But we're posting the same stuff.
But you're posting the same thing. Never ever compare yourself to each other. That will crush everything. So at the time, I was getting more views than him just about every video, but he was getting great views. So like if my video did, let's say one of my videos did like 300K views, and the same exact video he did got like 50K views. We both won. Both won, and that's how we looked at it. And that was the great part about it. And we never, ever, ever once compared each other to where at the end, I had got to about 75,000, and he was at like 66, and then that's when it kind of slowed down because we stopped making them, because that's when I had got sick. So then
it's hard to stick with something like that, and it's also like you kind of at some point it might not be as fun as it used to.
And I had got sick, so then the energy wasn't there, and I had still to this day I have like crazy stomach problems.
That's so weird.
Yeah, so like to where I couldn't really do a lot of movement. It would hurt my stomach so bad. And then I kind of started developing anxiety. Before this, I never, ever in my life had anxiety, ever.
So you think it's from being inside all the time?
And I developed anxiety to where I was like, what is going on? Why can't I, like, if I was going out, my heart's pounding.
Yeah.
I'm getting.
Like, you didn't get that when you were doing dances in public? Because, like, I'm going to be honest, when I see, like, they'll show, like, someone getting 30 in New York City, like, they're Times Square. Everyone's looking at you, and they're like, what the hell is that guy doing? That guy is, like, dancing. Like, I would get anxiety from that just because there's so many people watching you, making fun of you. Like.
And
I feel like that's also just, like, what happened with COVID, bro. Because I was the same way.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you go out, like, once every month, bro, instead of you're going to school every day, you're doing it's kind of just, like...
It fucks up your head.
You're just, like...
The whole schedule, it gets everywhere. So then your head's thinking all types of different things. And back to what you said... doing it in front of people, that kind of what separates people getting big to the people that are scared to be themselves or do what they want to do to get where they want to be, but they don't want other people to really see it. Me and Divine will go to the mall in the food court. You know, that's where everyone's gonna be at. We're dancing in the middle of food court to where people like y'all kids or y'all might be gay because y'all doing TikTok dances.
Yeah.
We didn't care about none of that.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where me and Divine would go to the mall and little kids, they would be like, can I get a picture with y'all? And that was just like,
like they knew you from TikTok or they saw you were doing TikToks
and TikToks. So usually, and it was crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
And it was crazy because our views, like we get, let's say 100K views, we get 100K views. But like when you look at the analytics, it was from everywhere else. It really wasn't from Indiana.
Yeah. So
then you're like, okay, that's why people don't really notice us. But it was some kids that would see it. And they were like, you're that guy from TikTok. You have 50,000 followers, this and that. And they were like, can I get a picture? So we're taking pictures. And then some people, we signed their autograph. Like
For real? You did autographs?
Crazy. Yes.
Joey and I have done pictures. I've never done an autograph.
We've done like how many pictures? I can only remember like
that's
one.
A great feeling. Like
yeah.
That's an amazing.
It's also kind of
feeling.
weird though.
It's weird. It's very weird.
Because like it's like they want to get like it's like you. It kind of robs you of the experience of actually like getting to know them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
like you're getting a picture with them and then they walk away. It's like, bro, like I didn't even get your name.
Like you know what I mean? Like it's just interesting.
And then you get that. Can I get a follow on TikTok? So
yeah.
And you're like, I'm not sure.
Yeah, like I don't want that blood in my feed, bro.
So at that time I never really used Facebook after middle school. I don't use Facebook at all.
Yeah.
And Divine does, and he has seen the mother of the kid that took our picture. She posted it on there, and she was like,
"No way!
These two amazing boys, they do TikTok, and they're really, she doesn't have any idea what like actual like big is, but she was like, they're these two famous boys, they're like they took a picture with my daughter, and they made her. It was her birthday. It was like they made her birthday. They signed the autographs. They got pictures, and they did a TikTok together. And they're this amazing. And she ended up sending him a message on Facebook that he never really seen until later on. And it was just crazy because we were going anywhere in the mall, and if it's in the middle, it doesn't matter. We're dancing, and we get random videos to our phone like Snapchat, Instagram, of people just recording us. Like, look at them doing TikToks, look at them doing TikTok, and you can't really tell if they were like trying to joke on us, or if they were like being genuine.
Yeah.
But it was just like you can't worry about things like
that.
You can't worry about things like that.
Have you done any like throwbacks with them in the mall dancing?
We haven't really.
You gotta bring it back, bro.
Yeah,
if you're there, like,
I don't know the last time I've been to the mall on some. I don't be there ever. Wait, so do you run Dimensions TikTok?
No, so we joke about it. They say just because how I blew up on TikTok, they be like, you're a social media manager.
Guru.
But there's
marketing.
We don't have anything like that. So like we just find a TikTok to do. We do the TikTok and post it. So it's
pretty simple.
Yeah,
right?
it's definitely simple.
Like with Twitch streams, it feels like you actually got to put some thought into it. With TikTok, it's like you're not putting that much thought into it.
Because you really, honestly,
you're just doing it.
You get a video from someone else.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, you can literally copy and paste someone else's video.
The way I look at it is like, how does that first person do it? Like, how does that first person that does it blow up? You have to have.
Some people are very creative.
I know, it's crazy.
So like,
but like normal, like they're creating a whole new part of the algorithm.
Yeah.
So like,
and
how is that boosted?
And that's and that also separates because it's like there's this one guy that he's like, okay, do you know the light-skinned guy on TikTok? He's always dancing. His name is Drew.
I've probably seen him.
He kind of like made the hips more popular, and then he did the I Just Want to Rock dance.
Yep.
So then like now he makes like every time he does a different dance, now it's a trend to do that dance.
Yeah.
So then it's just like that with like the videos and stuff like that. Just like Charlie, she got so big because she was coming up with all of those things. She would come up with the dance, and then that Renegade. That's like one of the biggest dances that
I forgot about that, bro.
Yeah. Bro, that's bringing back memory lane.
So that's kind of what.
But
it
like,
is.
for example, like we started our TikTok and we weren't getting crazy numbers like that, but we were getting like average probably 5K, which is
great.
still good. Yeah, but that was public interviews. That was public
on TikTok, like
public interviews. Like I feel like they're not really as big anymore, but they were huge. Like let's say in the fall,
I did some of those
and the summer, like they were huge. Like public interviews were huge, and now they're not really as huge, and so we kind of stopped because they weren't getting views.
Right.
So it's just crazy that once it dies, then you never see it.
Yeah,
like Renegade was probably everything you see on TikTok. You keep scrolling, and now like
it doesn't even get
people don't even remember.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's how it is.
It's also kind of crazy. Like I'll be honest, it was frustrating. Like the algorithm was like not in our favor. Like the fact that you had 0 followers and got a post with 10,000 views. I mean, like we had 2,000 followers and our highest post was 11,000 views. You know what I mean? It's just kind of interesting on TikTok where it's like 1 in every 10 accounts will go viral or something.
I feel like we had TikTok figured out, and then when we stopped posting on TikTok, we kind of got lost from TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like weird. You have to follow the mainstream TikTok. Mm-hmm. If you're not following the mainstream TikTok,
I mean, we were posting like 5 or 6 a day. Like we were. That's how we grew. Like
because it's something that we're missing because even though I stopped doing TikTok, there's no way, like to this day, I posted a video maybe yesterday or 2 days ago. I have 77,000 followers. And guess how many views I had?
Like 500?
600?
6.
Then you're just like banned, bro, or something.
That's what I'm like. How does that even make sense?
That's impossible.
And let's be honest, those 6 are not from For You pages. Those are from friends page.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
How does that make sense? So it's like at that point,
Your account's dead.
It came to a point where I was like, I probably have to make a new account.
Was yours monetized at all?
Yeah, it's okay. So
because I feel like once
I heard
once you get monetized, that's like bad for your growth because then they don't want to see you. They don't have to give you money, so they keep your stuff off of pages.
Hindered us too, but we didn't know at the time. We were trying to make money from.
You're like, oh my god, yeah, I can monetize it.
But TikTok is the absolute least paying app.
Oh, for real, it's not
like. You get
like a couple.
It's like 13 cents.
Like a couple.
10,000 views or something.
You get a couple dimes per video.
Exactly. So like you get somewhere between like $15 to $20 per million views.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
No way.
Yes, that's literally
like Charlie D'Amelio's videos. Like she get
she's not making 6 figures from her TikTok, David. She's making 6 figures from.
I feel like you get sponsorships and
that's what it is with TikTok is the sponsorships that TikTok because TikTok is like a more of a growing yourself app.
Yeah, it's like pushing something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
like you're gonna push your Twitch.
Exactly. So that's what it is. But Charlie and them, they were different because. They would average about 5 million views, but they're also posting like 10 videos in one day.
So I guess they are making like $1,000 in a day. Which
exactly. So they're posting 10 videos, but all 10 videos are going to get 5 million views. So
just crazy.
Then it adds up.
Yeah. I think you got to realize.
What really is like 5 million views? Like you really think about like.
So that's only $100.
Like that, no, but like at the same time, like that's 5 million people.
I don't believe it though.
5 million people I have on this app that want to see that are seeing my stuff. Like that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's actually ridiculous.
It goes back to your thing, like 100 people in a room. Like you walk into a room, there's 5 million people.
Yeah,
like bro,
exactly.
5 million people. That's like if you filled up every NFL stadium
and more,
and probably every soccer stadium in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
That's 5 million if they're all in one place. Exactly. Like that's crazy.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
I think that you got to reinvent your TikTok and just do clips.
So I have a different TikTok from my gaming page, and
that's smart.
And I make clips from there. And I also when I started taking Twitch serious again, I started posting my Twitch clips onto my main TikTok, and I think that kind of hindered my algorithm too because I went from dancing, IRL, this and that to pure gaming content.
Yeah.
So that's not the people didn't follow.
You switch demographic.
I switched and I think that threw it all whack to where Devon actually recently just deactivated his TikTok account.
To start a new one?
Mm-hmm.
That's smart. That's really smart.
So he deactivated his.
I bet that was hard for him though.
It was definitely hard for him because it hurt us both, but I kind of like never really lost hope. I always feel like I still can do it. I always feel like there's always still a chance. And to where he kind of like deleted all of his videos. He deleted every video that has small views.
Yeah, because the crazy thing is like all those followers and stuff, they'll probably never see your stuff again. They'll probably never see you with again, and they'll probably never you'll never cross their mind again. But like they followed you, which is crazy. But there's never gonna be another interaction.
Sharing your video to get show their friends or something. It's just like. It's weird how like easily accessible it is for someone to like watch you in that type of way.
And it's actually amazing that a person 75,000 people follow me, but maybe a few hundred actually like genuinely follow me to see my videos.
Yeah.
Cause
what do you think the other ones are?
They're just clicking. They see something, they click.
Another thing is when you get to a certain point, people hop on the wave because they see you doing well. So let's say I got that 50,000 followers. They see my video like, oh my God, this video has 10,000 likes. Let me go to his page. Oh, he has 50,000 followers. Let me follow. Just because he has 50,000 followers. But if I had 4,000 followers, they're like, I'm not gonna follow.
You're not valid.
You're not valid. I'm gonna like your video, but I'm done. So that's kind of another thing. Like that's how the internet works. Once you're so big, people are just gonna hop on just because to say, oh, I hopped on a wave.
Yeah, that's valid because like on TikTok and whatnot, I would look at like who followed, and I probably know like 75% of them.
Yeah.
Like when I was looking at notifications, like I'd know like almost all of them. But like on YouTube subscribers, there's like I don't think I know half of my YouTube subscribers, which is like crazy because like it just makes me happy when there's like a new sub because like it's like another person that like enjoys the content.
Yeah.
But like I don't know them.
Right.
Which is sad, but you know.
So now like Twitch and like being a content creator, that's like your dream. You went from NBA to wanting to be a content creator.
Yes. I'm
Would you say like
what's your final goal? Is there a number or is there a certain accomplishment that you want to have?
My end goal is to really just like I just want it to more so it's pretty cliche, but like to just inspire.
Yeah.
That's like the ultimate goal because it is so easy to get lost in this world. Like it's so easy to just no matter what age, because it's all types of things that can go on at home, at school, outside, or even in your own head that you can just lose yourself. Mm-hmm. And also, it's so hard to figure out who you are. It took me maybe 19, 20 years to figure out who I actually was.
So you think you have yourself fully figured out?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
because like
I don't think anyone ever. Do you think anyone ever can fully figure themselves out? Like they're 80 years old. They're laying in their deathbed. Do you think they know? Like
I'd hope so.
But
because
see, that's another thing. I do not.
I don't think so because your mind's constantly evolving.
But that's like I think that's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
That 5 years from now, you've already reinvented your whole your whole self.
I feel like our era, our generation will, but our grandparents, great grandparents, and even our parents, they were always stuck to where you had to go to college, you had to get a degree in order to get a good job. So then that left the people that didn't like school to have a bad job. And now they're living off minimum wage or barely just getting by or living by check to check to where they never, ever got the chance or gave themselves the chance to really figure out who they are or what they want to do. They just jump straight into, I have to have a job. I have to take care of it. Then now I have 2 kids. I have a raggedy car. I'm barely paying for my house. Barely have any groceries. So like I feel like it's more of a generational thing because now we're transitioning over to where so many people are figuring out what they want to do. So many people are
Truly following passions.
Following their passion and figuring out who they are. Clothing brands, podcasts, streamers, music, everything. Like I feel like our generation definitely we will die if we make it to that age, we will figure out like, okay, I know who I am and I impacted.
That's the goal. Yeah. That's the goal. I think just talking about that's what's so interesting because say you're 21 years old, but it's like how many lives have you really lived? You know what I mean? Exactly. Like I look at that, I'm like I feel like I've probably been 10 different people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Recently, I've probably been 5 different people in the last 5 years, and that's just like.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. You know what I mean?
Because I never really thought of it that way, but that's true. Because if you think about it, you don't really think about it, but if you do think about it, think about yourself 5 years ago, you definitely were not the same person.
No. Like if I saw that person, I'd be like, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's not me,
and then,
but
and then the mental is as well. Like your whole mindset is not the same.
It's either better or worse. You know what I mean?
It's either better or worse, and I also like with the streaming thing to be like a big content creator or being a big public figure. I want to like show and kind of like pave that way to kids to say like try to figure out what you want to do, because the hardest question to this day I ever been asked and just about anybody has vouched was, what do you want to do with your life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So once that junior, senior year settled in, then your parents, teachers, everybody like, what are you going to do with your life? What do you want to do? And then you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people, they're like, okay, I want to be a doctor. You know, but that's, you know what I'm saying, that's the people are like that, they've always had that figure.
Yeah.
The other people, we always just be stuck like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you say like having that, like from a young age, having that dream of going to the NBA, would you say that helped or hindered you? Because I imagine you were very driven, but like you're only focused on one thing.
I would definitely say it helped because the mistakes down the road, it can either make you or break you. So I know that I would say I was really good at basketball, but I wasn't really, really good at basketball. And I learned that I always, like I said before, I was like the get by guy. So like, yes, I was going to the gym, I was putting in extra hours, but I wasn't doing nearly, like I was doing bare minimum just to get by. To where it separates to where y'all can tell, like, it got to the point where you can tell the difference between Blake Wesley and Jay Knight.
Yeah, no, they say the thing is like the worst NBA player is closer to LeBron James, and you are closest to the worst NBA player.
Yes, because
that worst NBA player has a better chance of becoming as good as LeBron as you have a chance of becoming as good as the worst.
That's literally 100% true because Blake is like my little brother. Like we were really, really close, and we would go hoop at this place, and it was maybe his senior year, and we were just playing, and he was just dominating. Yeah. And there was nothing no one could do. Yeah. Like, he was just amazing. And I would just sit there, and I'm like, he's like, you can tell the difference. Like, I'm in college playing basketball. He's 10 times better than me.
Like, there's such a difference between, like, D3, JUCO, and Division I.
I don't agree with that.
No?
Okay, yeah, D1 is definitely better than all the other ones, but like JUCO is the most underrated whatchamacallits of basketball. Like the JUCO players,
you got the hidden gems.
Yes, JUCO players probably are some of the best players in college. They just can't make grades, or they're just doing a bunch of dumb things.
But yeah, I mean, like, think about it. Even like the best high school players better than some of the like the mid-level college players.
And then they're always just doing the wrong thing. And that just
it's sad.
That. So back to what I was to say about the mistakes. When I was in my room every day and I was trying to expand myself, I got to thinking about myself more and more, and I figured out that I was more of the to get by guy. And you know how people have their New Year's resolution. I started streaming consistently last year in like August, I would say. August, I streamed consistently. So I was like, from here on out, I'm never stopping again. I'm not. So once the year came, like once last year, it was coming to end, was December, you know, the resolution things, I kind of don't really like to do that to myself. Yeah. I don't do those things. But my biggest resolution that I would say if somebody was to ask me was to give it my all. Like, I feel like...
How do you mark that? How do you know you gave it your all? Because I feel like at some point it comes to be like, I feel like I could have done more. But you accomplished a lot.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
I would say, because when I look back at it, I could definitely tell that I wasn't giving my all into basketball, not even 50%. So, like, I feel like I kind of know what I can be. Like, I am very, I'm very, like I believe in myself a lot. Mm-hmm. Like, I know that I can be great at anything I do. Like, anything I do, I'm literally great at, but I feel like I can be the greatest at it. So I know that if I really lock in and give streaming my all, that I can, you will see it. Yeah. That he's climbing to the top. Like, he's going up there.
Yeah.
And
like, you're going to surpass, like, Kai for most subs on Twitch.
Stuff like that. So, like, but to this day, I wouldn't say that I'm still haven't been giving them all. But I'm slowly getting there. I'm definitely doing more and more. Like, every single day.
Like, pretty soon you're going to be able to quit Dimensions.
Mm-hmm. Yes, for sure. And every single day, I'm editing a video, at least one video, and I'm going to upload it, and I am going to stream every single day. Like, I don't have any reason to take an off day. If I take an off day from streaming, it's because I really need it. Like today, I am not gonna stream today. I'm not gonna stream today.
I was actually thinking. I was like 10 o'clock's coming up. Like,
I'm not gonna stream today. I already told him I wasn't gonna stream today. But the only reason I'm not streaming today was because I woke up. I had bad stomach problems and I had some diarrhea this morning. I didn't even go to work, and then I was like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I get up. I go to work all day, and then I stream until about 3 to maybe 4 in the morning every day.
Yeah,
and then I wake up.
And then you gotta wake up and repeat.
Yeah, I can't lie. I almost didn't make. Like, I woke up from a nap. Like, I guess I fell asleep, bro. I woke up and I was like, oh shit, it's 7:30. It's 7:35.
I would have pulled up.
Like, I was like, Joey's gonna be so upset because he told me to be here at 7:45. I was like 5 minutes late. I was like, yeah, I can probably finesse my way to get there like in like 10 minutes. And so like I got here like fast, but I was like, I fell asleep. I was like, it could have been bad if I like. You know those naps when you go to sleep, like you could go to sleep at 4, you wake up, it's 11 o'clock, bro. It's a whole 7-hour night sleep.
I'm glad that you made it, David. I'm glad.
I'm glad too. But yeah, that's kind of what that is. So I'm definitely giving way more than I was, and I feel like when you're trying to be consistent, when you're trying to give it your all, you still have to climb, you still have to walk up those stairs. I can't just say, okay, January 1st, I'm going to give it my all, and it's just going to work like that. It's not going to work like that.
You cannot just make a habit. You cannot just make a habit off of, like, one thought.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, my New Year's resolution, I just wanted to, like, just keep building. Like, that's what I would say. And so, like, for me, my favorite thing is always looking at, like, my Snapchat memories from a year ago today. Mm-hmm. And just, like, look, I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm a lot better than that person was.
Right.
And I
think it's hard to mark yourself in a way. Like, you're doing new stuff, but, like, it's just hard to take that I guess it's self-respect or self-accomplishments to realize, like, I have leveled up.
But it's also hard to look like, you know, at the end of the day, like, everyone has struggles. So, like,
and that also goes into, like, trying to figure out yourself. Once you figure out yourself and you know who you are and how good you can be at something, then you will know, like, okay, yeah, I've been streaming and I gained some good viewers. Now I'm averaging 100 viewers to where last month I was averaging 10 viewers. But, yeah, that's a great accomplishment. But I know for a fact this is not it.
Like, there's no, like, for YouTube and stuff, you can look at the analytics. But you can't go in your brain and look at analytics of your brain.
Right.
You can't see the way you've grown in your brain. But, like, deep down, like, everyone's brain's growing.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like there still is a limit point. Like, I feel like you can get to as big as you are or as good as you are at something, but I feel like there is a limit.
Well, there's like the whole David Goggins quote is like, when you die, you sit in front of God, and he shows you like what you were supposed to do with your life. Mm-hmm. And it's like, did you do all that stuff? Right. And if you did, like, you go into heaven or whatnot. And if you don't, it's like, whatever.
You know, that's what my lock screen used to be.
What?
That Dave, come on.
Yeah, no, it's all.
You stole that from me. Come on.
No, actually.
Okay.
No, I've seen it a lot, but like it came up on my reels yesterday, and it was like the whole like David Goggins saying like, God tells you what you were supposed to be. Like for him, for example, it was like you were like a trash man, or it was saying he was a trash man. So he's like, yeah, so like. I was a trash man my whole life. Like, I had no kids, no wife, no family. I didn't do anything. I would go home and just, like, game and just, like, do nothing. And then there was this other David Goggins that was supposed to be an influencer, Navy SEAL, all this other stuff that he's actually accomplished with his life. And it's like, which one are you actually going to be? Do you think that's, like, a thing?
Yeah, I look at it as, like...
Like, could David Goggins, like... his thing actually be like NBA player and that's what he was supposed to be and all this stuff he did, like that's just not what he was supposed to be? Or
well, I was gonna say like I think like the quote that kind of sums that up is like hell is like seeing the person that you could have been. Like that's what hell is.
Ooh, that would be bad.
You know what I mean?
That is brutal.
But then also heaven could be the person you're supposed to be.
That's you actually achieving that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like imagine you died today and like you see like what you could have been at this age and it's like that's just
yeah, that's like torture. That's like torture.
But on another quote that I really like, it's like, you live 2 lives, and the second life starts when you realize that you only have one. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, that's a TikTok quote.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
All my quotes are TikTok quotes. Are you kidding me, bro? I'm
Yeah.
scrolling. But it's like, I think like, I don't even, I'd hope that I've realized that yet, but it's kind of like, you know, when you realize like this is your only life, like you actually got to chase those dreams. And that's what you're doing, you know what I mean? That's really cool.
And that's I can agree with that, because that goes to say, like what I was saying with the people that, like our grandparents and stuff like that, they never really got to, you know, come to that point where they're like, okay, I have one life, let me figure out what I want to do, to where they lived their 50 plus years living a life that they hated.
I think that's just with social.
It's
social media, because like they see celebrities in movies and games. They don't see those low end celebrities. There's no like now. There's low end celebrities.
Right.
Like for you, for example, you pulled up to the mall and like there's people that know you from TikTok.
Right.
But like 77K followers. That doesn't seem like a lot in comparison, but like that is a lot.
Right.
And there was no those mid end like local celebrities to that you could model your life after and want to be like.
They always feel like that it was like more of like a luck thing and stuff like that to, you know, being an actor and stuff like that, but they I don't know, I feel like they just never even tried. They always just felt like
it's sad. It's sad seeing people.
It's very
but it's
sad.
also like I hope that I don't fall into that, you know what I mean?
Like it's an easy path to fall into.
You can't fall into it though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like
you can't.
It's an easy path, but
it's a very easy path.
'Cause it's just
you
like
can easily get a job and just live that same NPC life all
Yes.
day, every single day for the next 50 years, and then you're old and you're pissed off at the world because you hate your life, and you probably treated your kids wrong because you was pissed off at work every single day. So.
yeah, but then also like you could live that life and it could be fulfilling.
Exactly.
Like if you got a nice wife and kids at home, like and you get to go home to that every day, like that could be super fulfilling to where like your life is fulfilled.
That's why
not everyone can be like a Twitch star.
Right.
Some people have to have those.
Some people have to.
Yeah. And
people
it can be fulfilling
because now it's getting really, really bad. I just seen a video where King Sid, he did like a Smasher Pass video, and they were like, "What's your name?" And he was like, "Da da da." He said his name, and they were like, "What you do?" And he was like, "I do some type of job." And then the girls, they just busted out laughing, and they were like, and the girl that was interviewing him, she was like, "Why are y'all laughing?
Yeah.
He has a job." And
Yeah.
and they was like, "Girl, like that, he got a job, da da da." And now it's bad and it's poisoning because people don't understand that if we don't have people that come pick up our trash, we are not gonna go throw the trash out.
Like the blue collar people are the people that are needed.
If we don't have them, the
And
world does not.
they're
all over the streets.
and most of them are super happy with their lives.
We need them to build
Yeah.
your big $1 million mansion. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? Like, so it's poisoning. It's poisoning, and it doesn't make it any.
Those are the most fulfilled guys. They got the best personalities that like just.
Yes. And it doesn't make it any better because now like kids are gonna think that, oh, I have to be famous. I have to have $1 million. I have to have $100 million. Where that's not true. You can want to be a trash man or a janitor or something like that, and that's just what you want to do and live a happy life.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like,
can do that.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's still, like, an extremely important job. If you're a janitor, like the kids don't want to come to a school where there's trash everywhere.
And the other thing is like, yeah, there's kids that, like, just, like, hate on lunch people, but, like, they're serving you your food.
Exactly.
Like, why are you going to hate on them? Like, say please and thank you. Don't just, like...
Exactly.
Like, there's this one girl that, like, been in front of me for lunch sometimes, like, and she'll, like... So, like, we got a nacho line. And she'll, like, say, like, beef. And then, like there's beef, rice, and cheese this guy gives. And she just says beef and then gets it. And it's like, you're not going to give me cheese? Like, it's a given I want cheese. And he's like, you didn't tell me you wanted cheese. He's like, you're supposed to know. And it's like, bro, why are you yelling at him? Like, this man's just trying to serve you nachos.
I hate people like that.
And, like, I told her, I was like, you can be more respectful. And she, like, tweaked out. I was like how you gonna get mad at me? Like,
and it's so many people are like that. Like, everywhere, anywhere. It's terrible because it even.
What do you think the solution is? Do you think there is a solution, or is it just
being I feel like it's just like you being positive yourself. Like,
you can only fix so much, so you fix what you can.
Depending on the age, it goes with their parents because like we said before, kids are gonna do what they see their parents do. So if you're acting like that, your parents are doing that. Just like, it's like a stereotype for like a black mom go to the restaurant and they're always like cussing out the waiter or the waitress, and it's like, why are you doing that? She didn't mess up your food. The people in the back did, and it happens. We are human.
They didn't even mean to.
How you gonna
onions on there? Just take them off. You know what I'm saying?
How you gonna complain about like a Starbucks like price of a drink? Like, don't get it if you don't like the person working there. They're getting paid $12 an hour.
There's
someone that owns it and is making $12 every half a second.
Exactly.
And they're only making $12 an hour. That person making half a second is the person that made your drink $7, not the person making $12 an hour.
I don't get that either, because that's how the internet. That's all the internet does. They always talk about this, and that, but it's like you did not have to comment on that.
Yeah.
Or you just didn't. Or if they did something, you didn't have to do that. Why did you do it? Why did you buy it if you were just gonna complain about it?
Yeah.
Like oh my God, we'd be at the store. So we're a resale store at Dimensions. We're a resale. And which means that like we get Jordans, Yeezys, Dunks, stuff like that. Let's say Foot Locker sells them for $100.
Yeah.
We get them for $100, but on in the sneaker community on like Go on the apps and stuff like that. Let's say this shoe is popular and it goes for $300. Well, we're gonna sell it for like $320 at the store. We're gonna sell it at the store
because you get it right there.
Exactly.
You don't gotta wait
there.
for shipping.
And the kids are like, "Mom, I want this shoe," and they're like, $300. So then they do all of that. They do all of that just to get to the register and pay for the shoes. And then as they get done paying and walk away, they're like, I can't believe you're buying these shoes. I can't believe they're selling shoes like this. I can't believe y'all doing this and that. To where it's like, for one, you didn't have to buy the shoes.
Yeah.
For two, you don't even know what's going on. All my shoes are $30. This is
you can go buy Skechers if you want. Don't buy my Dunks.
Like, it's different. It's just different types of things. And then these older people, they don't understand. They don't understand because reselling wasn't really a thing back in the day.
Yeah.
So and which I don't understand, because reselling would be the same thing as like a drug dealer. It would be the same thing.
It's just legal.
A drug dealer would get their drugs from someone.
Low cost.
Exactly, and sell it for a bigger price so they can make profit. That's all we're doing is making profit. That's literally all we're doing.
That's literally just economy in a nutshell.
Yes.
There's a store like Amazon. Amazon literally.
Econ.
What?
I almost failed econ in college.
Well, yeah.
Econ was terrible. That was hard.
Okay, Amazon's not the best example, but like Meijer, for example. No, gosh, I can't think of a good example.
Costco?
No, I want like a store that just sells a product. They basically just a store that makes a product in a factory. They're making that product for 60 cents. They resell it for $10. Mm-hmm. That's their profit. That's basically just reselling.
That's what they do, yeah.
Except they're just not making the product.
Every single store, establishment, anybody, everything they sell is resale, unless it's like actually
like a food or
something. Like a service.
Yeah.
Or a service.
Exactly. So every single thing is resale, and they just. But like we're at the point now to where we didn't hurt us so much, we don't care. You bought the shoes, you gave us the money. Complain all you want.
For sure. So I mean, like even before Twitch, like basketball was like a really big part of your life. I want to hear about your high school hoops journey. And
how CT. Okay. CT is a big part of your life, like how that all started.
I'll start off with CT. Let's see. So
like what is CT?
8th grade. Okay, so 8th grade summer. Me and his name is Tehran. We were in my house and we would watch like Ball is Life, In the Gym hoops, and home team hoops. There's all types of stuff, and we'll see people like kind of like say they're this or do this and stuff like that. So then he kind of was more of the creator part. He more so created it, and we were in my room and he was like, he had just came back from Indianapolis, and he was like, we're gonna make this group and it's gonna be called CT. So I'm like, what is that? He's like, Crafty Team. I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? He was like, basically, at that point, it was like basically anybody that can like was good at like dribbling the ball, somebody that can cross somebody. So that's where the Crafty Team came. So like if you could cross people, if you can do this and that, that's where it was. So then we were like, okay, bet. So then we made a handshake for it and went on with that. So at that point, we had a few people in mind, obviously. So then we get a few people, and we're like, okay, we're going to be called CT. So then...
Was it like a social media thing, or was it like
the
people
first,
that you live around and what people
so
you
at
go
first,
to?
it was more of our thing.
Yeah.
We didn't think nothing about nothing
Man,
else.
imagine YouTube was
thing.
around then.
Exactly.
So wait, so like what middle school did you go to?
I went to Marshall.
So it was like the Marshall 8th grade
so,
thing?
No. So it happened 8th grade summer going into freshman year.
Okay, so it was freshman Riley.
Yep. So we came up with that. We had a few people, and it was kind of like our thing. We would say it, but nobody else really knew what it was. So freshman year came, we were on the JV team, and which is good because, you know what I'm saying, it's real good. And at that point, Riley was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
They had, Junior, Demizi, Shamar. They were stacked. They had Riantre. I don't know if you know them.
Nah.
But like they were stacked. So it's like
best team in the city.
Yeah.
Basically.
If you were like a fresh, even if you were senior, you weren't making that varsity team. They were just amazing. To where like Jalen Jennings did. Now Jalen was different.
CT.
He was different. Yeah, he is. Yeah, and he was different to where he played varsity all 4 years and all the sports. So like he was different.
Wait,
so,
was
like,
track the third one?
Mm-hmm. So
that's actually insane.
Athleticism was.
I didn't know. Like
insane.
That's like.
He's like, bro. Like honestly, he is definitely amazing, and I wish that he would have got blessed with a little bit more hype because he could have accomplished anything in whichever sport he wanted to.
Yeah.
He broke just about every football record in the wide receiver category, touchdown category, and then once he graduated, he became the most decorative athlete ever. He has so many patches that he could put on his jacket.
Yeah.
He has to get a second one.
That's crazy.
He has it on his back, he has it on his front and his arms, and he still has a whole bunch more patches. He was literally the most decorative athlete
That's crazy.
ever. So it was crazy. So but freshman year came, we were on JV. We had say CT, and it kind of people were like some of the basketball players, they kind of knew what it was, but it was more
those are just the youngins doing some dumb stuff. Yeah.
So it was nothing. So we did really good freshman year, and we would be destroying us. Most of the CT people, we would destroy the varsity, but not destroy them, but we would do really really good to where the varsity coach, he was Coach J, he would hate it. He would literally hate it. He was like, why are y'all letting these JV people, they're doing this, and that? And we were just laughing, da-da-da.
He was CT's first hater.
Yeah, he was. That's a good way to put it. So then sophomore year came. We were on JV again. The team was still extremely loaded. So at the time, Jalen was still the only young person on varsity. So it kind of started ringing. So we had it in our names. So Instagram and stuff like that. So me, at the time it was me, Teron, Jalen, Tony from Washington, you know Tony?
I don't think so.
Then Chuck, Gabe was in it, but Gabe is kind of more of his own person. He didn't do all that. And we had a lot of people in there, and it kind of started ringing because more and more people was joining, and it was
what does joining mean?
They'd be a bunch of people that text and they'd be like, can I be in CT? And we know you were
what's that even mean? What does CT do? Is it just a?
It was at that point it was still it was more of the you have to be good and you have to be good at dribbling. At that point, it was still that. And then as it grew and we kind of kept it going, it became more of a brotherhood to where if you
y'all were hanging out every weekend.
Yeah, if you're in CT, you we're locked in.
Yeah.
We're locked in and you're great at basketball.
Yeah.
So later on down the road,
imagine if YouTube was a thing and TikTok was a thing, that would have been crazy.
We had everybody. So the people I said, we had Jaden Ivey. We have Blake, even...
Wait, it was one time CT Jaden?
Yeah, like no, he never put it in his name, but he would always like say it or throw it up, and he would say he was CT, but he never put it.
What's
in
throwing
his
it up? What's the sign?
Like, it was like our sign was like, okay, my finger like it never goes up.
Okay,
like this is like our sign right here. It would go like
okay, because it's a C and then a T.
Exactly, and yeah, exactly.
Like so the chips and chops one is this. Because it's a C plus C.
Oh,
that's tough.
That's tough.
And it's like a W.
That's well thought of.
I didn't know that till now.
That's well thought of.
You just came with that.
No, because so Joey Garwood, one of like our boys, he was a hooper and he got in trouble because like he was like throwing up something wrong. He was throwing up something wrong. So we're like, gosh. So I was like, yeah, that's what they thought. So like, I told him, I was like, you got to start throwing up the chips and chops sign. It's this. So I like sent him a video. I was like, you got to throw it up like this.
Yeah.
But like,
so yeah, we had everybody into where like. Once we started getting like the bigger people and stuff, that's when like all the like younger kids to where like even if they were still in middle school, they're like, can I join? Or can I do this? Or like you in CT, this and that. So cause like we had Blake, we had Jaden, Measy was always saying that Armand, Armand Franklin.
I recognize
So Armand, he grew up here and then he moved to Indianapolis and then he went to Cathedral.
Okay, yeah, I know what that is.
He went to IU and then now he's at whatchamacallit. And so like it was kind of getting more and more popular to where people recognize, and to this day like there's still people that be like CT, like they call me CT, and it kind of it got to the point to where it was respected. It started off with those little kids.
Like as a joke.
It was a joke. They doing their thing, but they're just kids. To now, today, like they respect it. And obviously as you branch off and you get bigger, you become your own person. Mm-hmm. Obviously, people kind of stopped saying it or took it out their name and stuff like that, which is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's a stepping stone.
It's always gonna stay in yours.
Yeah, it's always gonna stay in mine. I'm gonna forever carry on CT for the rest
Y'all
of
should
my
start something for real. Like
we are for sure. Later on down the road.
Bro, that's like a brand.
It's funny because we were gonna do this. We were gonna start a podcast.
Why don't I mean yeah.
Might as well.
We have.
You have so much connections, bro.
I had the video on my phone. We recorded some podcasts on my phone, and it got to the point where like somebody like we didn't want to edit it, or it was just always something to where
there's so many of you. At least one of y'all can like actually enjoy doing the editing, or one of y'all can enjoy doing the stuff.
Was there ever like a joint social media account? Huh? Was there ever like a joint Instagram?
Mm-hmm. So like we just had our group chat. We had our group chat on Snapchat. We had one on messages, and that's about it. And then like if you see our name, you're like, okay, I know them. So like girls. Like if they see,
like there was
if they post a picture and someone looking through the lights, they see CT this, and they're like, oh, CT boys, they all like this girl.
So is there like CT fangirls that like?
It would I don't think we ever had fangirls.
Like if you on a bus, like but you hopping off, they're all there like taking flicks.
No, I never got that deep. But it's definitely girls it's definitely like.
Did any girls ever have CT in their name?
No, but it was definitely a lot of girls that would throw it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It was a lot of girls that would use their hand.
They were like, if they're not CT, I don't want them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
so yeah, it was, and that was that. And once I started to where I was like, I'm gonna become a streamer, a content creator, a public figure, that's when I was like, okay, let me think of a name. A name is everything. Well, let me think of a name. And I was like, matter of fact, I'm never changing this. I'm gonna carry this on forever. And so like to this day, like somebody come to the stream like, what does CT mean? I'm like, it's like a movie. Yeah. It starts replaying all the memories.
Like,
I'm like, well, so then I kind of explained it to him, but I don't really explain it to him like as in a basketball aspect anymore. I just, it's more of just like, if you're CT, like we're gonna build a community. Mm-hmm. So like to where it's gonna be people that they're gonna put, like you're gonna see a lot of people that put CT before their name, and that's just like, okay, you know that he's a fan of CT Trev. Like just I'm gonna carry it on to like that. But later on down the road, once I get bigger, I'm gonna always explain to them like what does CT mean. So like I'm telling
That
them,
way, if you want to start something with CT, it'll
So,
just
like,
be easy.
If you see someone in CT in your name, like it's gonna be CT is gonna represent like basically everything that I want to represent. Like I would say like inspiring, doing the right things, cause like that's another thing that we did. Everybody in CT did the absolute obviously not everything, but like you never ever seen us post a video of like drinking, smoking,
like
weed.
some John Morant
like,
stuff.
Yeah, you'll never see anything like that from us ever. So like that was another thing that like people respected because we always like we were respective young men.
Y'all were role models.
Yes, we were literally role models, and to where the parents, they respected it too. Not even our parents, but like the outsider parents, they respected it.
That's crazy.
That's like what I want to be represented.
And it came out of your room.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing is like it wasn't just Riley High School.
It wasn't. No.
It was like every single South Bend school.
Every school to where even out in Indianapolis.
So, that's just like I think that's so crazy to me. What we're like. I could imagine like the CT matchups were crazy. Like you guys going against Washington or Adams, it's like
that would have been like Michiana hoops would have lived for having something like that.
I wish we would have like branched it out more to where we could have did that to where they would say it because like
have like initiation have initiation for the youth. So like you initiate players into CT and then
we were supposed to have like we were gonna get like a CT All-Star game going,
bro,
and all types of stuff like that.
That'd be crazy. You could probably put something together and get like Jaden to come back, Blake to come back, and it'd be like a charity kind of thing.
Yeah, but
it's just hard.
Yeah,
bro, like,
I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah. It'll happen one day.
You gotta make it into a brand, I think. Like CT's like a tough name.
Yes, like
make shirts and stuff.
Because I probably won't be able to do it because
Chuck had shirts.
Really? We made our shirts back.
Oh, you helped Chuck with that? So I remember Chuck posted he had merch.
Our shirt. Some of us made shirts if we had the money right there. It was a all black regular shirt, and on the front it said Crafty Team, and it actually had like the hand logo right here.
Yeah.
And then on the back it said CT, and then they say like CT Trev, and then whatever your favorite number was. Yeah, it was like a custom.
It was like
shirt.
a jersey, basically.
And then either on the like under the number, or on the front it said like "Let's get crafty."
That's tough.
Bro. It was tough. It was tough, and we wore the heck out of that shirt.
So were there like regular like CT runs? Like it was like a thing like y'all would all go. Like,
yeah, it was definitely like, but it was if we had runs like if you were good and you weren't CT, you obviously could come, but like. When you're a good hooper and stuff like that, you don't tend to invite anybody that's not good.
Yeah. Did you? So there was never like a rival like group or whatever.
If I would have been your age, you would have had to compete with Roseland Hoops.
Right.
Like Roseland Hoops, like a big thing for my age. Like I started that over COVID. It was the only basketball court in South Bend that had hoops. Mm-hmm. So like me and like my boy. We kind of started like Roseland Hoops, and like I'd have tournaments and stuff.
He would have tournaments for money.
For money.
I won.
I'd have tournaments for money, and like.
So he's known as the commissioner.
I was known as commissioner, but like I didn't do anything. But like sophomore year, junior year, like I was commissioner because like I ran a league.
Right.
And
that's actually fire.
Yeah, So like there was a Roseland group chat with like the initial members of Roseland. Joey's not even in that.
Well, I'm not a member.
So like we did that, and yeah.
So well, the funny thing is I went to 2 of like the tournaments, so it'd be like just like one day. It's just 3 hours. He had a bracket. You have your own team group chats and everything.
It's 5v5. You can submit your own team.
But like this is the crazy thing is like I look at this as this. It was last year junior year, at the beginning of the year. It was the first Saturday, and David had one. And back then, like I didn't really know anybody. Like I didn't really start knowing people until senior year. But I went in there and I didn't know anyone on my team.
He didn't want to do it, and I was like, bro, like
I was anxious. I was like, I'm not.
Like I put so much effort into like running this. Like I even like bought new nets to put on the hoops because the nets were kind of torn. Because like this court is awful.
It's a dump, bro.
But I bought spray paint. I bought nets. Put spray paint for 3-point line. Put a little logo in the middle, like a little. I'll show you a flick after. It's like I put a little flower in the middle, and then I put like, it's called Dave Time. It's the Dave Time corner, like in memory of me. Yeah. After because we used to run before we had tournaments, and I like hit a banger game winner there. Like I hit that game winner there, and like I talk about it to this day. Like every time I see them.
So take me back
So
to
in the corner, like I put DT because like
take me back to that play. What happened?
bro. So it's like we're playing at 21. It's 2020.
Okay.
Like we went down and back like 8 times. No one's scoring. Like lockdown D.
All right.
It's a fast break. They hit me. I hit one dribble, step back. No, I hit like the step back, dribble behind the back.
That's your
on the dribble. I spun on it.
What?
Fade away 3. Hit it
Did you,
with
that was
Andrew Elif's hand in my face.
Was that some
Bang.
bull though? You didn't expect to make that.
No, of course I didn't expect to make it. I'm perceived as the guy that just takes the dumbest shots. Like
Yeah,
like
he's not. He's
people
really not
don't-
one of the
he-
best at the. He's not.
people don't draft me. I'm always the last
Yeah.
pick, but like my impact has more of an impact than the third guy picked. Like I have an impact on whatever game I'm on. Like I'm not good, but I have an impact on the game.
Yeah, I wanna.
So I do that and hit the game winner, rip my shirt off. Like I was going crazy.
You were grittying around the court.
Nah, gritty wasn't a thing yet. It was the ditty. I created a ditty because like
that?
Dave's gritty.
What's
You
that?
didn't do anything.
The ditty. It's the.
Yes,
Hit
no,
on that.
that's his
I
thing.
like that. I
That's
like
his
that. I like that.
thing. Okay, I want to tell my story about that. But like I was saying, like I didn't know anyone there. I was like anxious. I was like, I'm not really a hooper, right?
Right.
So I go in and like it was probably like 5. Probably how many games? 5 or something. It was
Yeah.
like 5. So
There was the
Yeah, like
like
you-
a regular season kind of thing in the same day and then tournament.
yeah, so like I was like playing like awful in every single one of the games. But we get to
I
the
remember
championship game. And keep in mind, like I'm just like I feel like such a loser.
Like I'm trying to
not-
vouch for him being on my team.
Yeah.
I had 3 guys that all hoop for Adams, and then I was like, yeah, I got my boy. Like he'll be all right.
But like so we go into the last game and like we're like coming back from behind and I just like start hitting. I'm not a shooter, keep in mind. Like, I'm going in the paint, I'm trying to get rebounds. Like I just start hitting. And then I think it's like tied 20-20. And like I think I told David, I was like, just give me the ball. And I pull up damn near from the logo and someone's in my face, I'm like, game.
He called
Shoot
game before he
I
shot
hit
it.
And I hit it and I'm like, and that like
It was for the bread
solidified me.
too.
Yeah, and that was for the bread. So then I got a flick with all the.
I think we had like
money.
Respect. You earned your respect.
Yeah.
We
so
had like
that-
it was like a 250 pot, like which is decent.
But
so.
ever since then, it's like the guys that like some of the guys that we played with that day. Like so, last year in high school, they'd be like, "Let's go, Joey Busco." They'd see me in the halls.
You
I'm
earned
like,
their respect.
"Yes, I earned
You
respect."
earned their respect.
So
And
it's
that's
just-
funny because they will never forget that.
No,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. He took it too far. He started saying like, "I'm a top 3 non-hooper at Adams."
Yeah,
Like,
I started
like there's no one that's not on the basketball team that like can beat me in a 1v1. I was like, Joey, like you're gassing yourself
I don't
out too much.
like I've gone through phases where I like grind basketball every single day, and I think I'm up there.
All right. I
But like
that's-
I'm not. Like,
It's
you
all
know what I
about
mean?
confidence. All about confidence.
Yeah.
Well, like the funny thing is, like I'll have like a unique play style. Like if I'm playing this guy, I'll just foul a lot.
Right.
If I know that's gonna work,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Or I'll just let him shoot all the time. So it's like I kind of play a little dirty, which isn't the best. But yeah, like going back to Craft Team, like did you guys have rivals?
Okay, so no, we didn't have rivals. So we started noticing some of the smaller younger kids, they would come up with their own thing. So then we weren't really, you know.
How'd you feel about that? Like when
we
Icy
didn't-
Fam?
We were happy actually because it's like
It's cool.
we feel like we started something. So then that was that, and we were happy about it. And it was this one guy. He went to Mishawaka, and
Man.
he came up with something. I don't know the name. And then he was on Snapchat. He just started dissing us. He was like, FCT, they this, they're that, da-da-da-da. So then we sent it to our group chat, and we couldn't let that slide. So now we going back and forth on the story, like, you know, like, who are you? And you didn't even make the team.
Yeah.
Like, why are you talking, da-da-da-da.
So it was like the Joey of Mishawaka like dissing y'all.
Yes, bro.
So like it was weird, and then like it was weird. It was weird. So he was our only rival, and then it made it even better because like later on in that year, in that school year or whatever, he ended up getting beat up by someone.
On
And
CT or no?
No.
Okay, that's good.
And
though.
they ended up beating him up, and then so like after that he kind of never said anything else because it's like if you say something now we're just gonna be like, you got a video, you got beat up, and we saved that video too just in case you like say something now we're gonna post this video, but that was kind of one of those moments. But he was the absolute only rival. There's never been anyone else.
That's crazy. Besides like starting Craft Team and all that, what were your favorite memories from high school basketball? Y'all were tough.
So junior year, that's when we went to semi-state. And
who was like on the team that year?
So it was me, Jalen, Gabe, Blake, Demizi, Shamar, Rylan, Taiwan, Marlon, Harrington, Michael. Like, our team was literally just...
It was deep.
Loaded. It was deep. And that year was like honestly, like, superstar status. So we started off the season great. We were undefeated. And we were so good that, like, I would go to the store and just be going to the grocery store, and, like, people would literally come up like, oh, you're that guy that plays on a Riley team.
Yeah.
And, like, they were recognized us everywhere.
City celebrities.
Yes. And then it got to the point to where, like, I don't know if... Because, like, our games will be, like, so... Like, let's say we play somebody good. Or, like, anybody that's, like, a South Bend team. Like, if we play Riley... if we played Adams or Washington, it was going to be sold out. Like, sold out. So, I don't know if that played a part, but, like, it got to the point where we were eating, like, Chick-fil-A every day before the game.
Because, like, people were donating it?
I don't know. I don't know what it was from. I was just happy about it. So, like, we didn't have to pay for our own food. Like, we would get it from the team. So, like our coaches...
There's just random people giving bread.
A Chick-fil-A sandwich. I guess we couldn't eat fries. I don't know why. But we have the plain potato chips and then fruit cups. Do the math. Like, the sandwich is always, like, all $5. Then the chips probably about $2 to maybe $3. And then the fruit cup is also that.
Yeah.
So it's, like, basically like a meal, but we had it before every game. And then we will also have Papavinos. Y'all know what Papavinos is? Like, we were eating Papavinos before the game, like, getting pasta, like, big-ass trays of pasta for the whole team. And then, like, if we were, like, we went to this tournament down in Indianapolis, and we had got a charter bus. And then, like, we had went to Ball State, and Ball State let us play in their gym, practice in their gym. Purdue, like, it literally felt like superstar status.
Yeah.
Where were you guys, like, ranked in state?
Yes, we were like, so we were undefeated until we lost in semi-state. So we were 26-0, and then we lost. So we were probably like number 3 or something like that. So they had it's in Indianapolis.
Ben Davis?
Ben Davis. I want to say it's Ben Davis. Yeah. And they were kind of ranked before us. And then they had Romeo's team. I can't think of where he went to. Romeo Langford.
Yeah,
he also went to...
He from Indiana?
Yeah, he's from Indiana. Wow. And
you played against him?
Yeah. No. We were at the same tournament. We thought we were, but we didn't end up playing against him. He was at the same tournament. And it was crazy because at that tournament, it was so crazy because it was him and Measy, they were like Mr. Basketball.
Yeah.
So they were the biggest top names in Indiana.
Yeah.
And we were all at the same tournament. And it was at this big gym in Indianapolis, like huge gym. And sitting front row right under the basket was Michigan coach, UCLA coach, IU coach, and just all of them. And I was just like, this is surreal.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. But like I was saying, like, it was just superstar status. And when we lost in semi-state, that's when I realized that basketball team was bigger than basketball. Mm-hmm. We weren't crying because we lost or because we could have won state.
Yeah. We
were crying because this is gone.
Yeah.
Like, this is gone. Like, all the it was basically a junior and a senior team basically, and Blake was the only young person on the team, literally.
Yeah.
So like all the seniors, it was like 9 seniors. I think it was like 9 seniors, and we went, and it was crazy because when we lost, we were walking to the locker room, and it was big ass cameras, people like the news, just walking us around, and with, like, as the clock was running down, we're on the bench and we're trying to hold our tears because it's like the crowd, it was so many people. So we're like, we're not gonna cry in front of them. But like once that last buzzer rang and we lost, we were walking to the locker room and it's like 8 people with cameras, they're just all behind us. and we're like trying to hide from the cameras because we're crying. The fucking the locker room door was locked. We were banging.
Yeah, of course it was locked.
Somebody open the door. And I want to say like Shamar, he got too mad. He slapped somebody's camera down. Like it was crazy. And we got in the locker room and everybody just was heartbroken.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's crying to where like it was like at that point I think that was probably the most sad day. Like that was worse than going to some funerals. Like that hurt bad. Crying, just punching lockers, hugging each other. And it was just the simple fact that it was
bigger than basketball.
Yeah, it was just over, and I will never forget that. And it's not even because of how big we were. It was just that bond. That bond was crazy. That bond was crazy. It was so crazy to the where, so we had a coach, our coach that year. He got mad and he made us run, but we felt like it was some BS. And he was talking crazy. He was like, y'all never be... He was from Indianapolis. And he was like a big name coach. He was like, y'all, this is why y'all never beat anybody from Indianapolis, this and that. So then that pissed us off. And as we were running, we kind of like turned against him in that practice to where we were like, no, like we're sticking together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what you say. It's us.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's got to be us versus you, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And that was that point. And it was Taiwan. He set it off. He was like, he just got talking crazy. He was just like, nah, F that. We ain't, nah, you tripping, da. So now we like, no, you're tripping. We still running now. We're still running. But we're like, no, that's not, it's not going to be like that. And that bond is just crazy.
That's what I love about South Bend Hoops. I feel like there's always like, there's a team that like the city can get behind. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like what it is with Washington this year. It's like the fact that they beat Marion, number 2 in state over the weekend. And
it's amazing how the city came together for us too. The city was riding for us crazy. Yeah. Like the city was stuck with us through the whole journey.
It was like people, like fans who say it was parents. They didn't even graduate from Washington, but they're backing you guys, sitting in your section.
They were coming to they were like, if we had some big games, especially once we got past sectionals, they were at every game, no matter what school their kids went to. They were at our games. They're watching it and they're supporting full-fledged. They had our support. I mean, yeah, they had our support. So like it was fire. Yeah. It was fire. It was definitely fire.
Yeah, I think that's definitely like. Yeah, just my favorite thing about South Bend Hoops. It's just like there's always someone that you can back, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And especially like talking about like Washington this year, it's like a group of guys that are like high value guys, you know what I mean? Like that's like what it was with Crafty Team. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like role models for younger kids in the city.
Yeah.
So I just think that's kind of incredible. I want you to tell people like where they can find your Twitch and everything like that.
Okay, so you can find my Twitch at CTTR3V, CT Trev, no dot. I know people always mistake because it's CT Trev with a dot everywhere else.
We'll have it at link in description and whatnot.
Yep, I'm live every single day, grinding.
So we're posting this on Sunday. That means you got to stream Sunday night, right?
Of course.
All right, everyone got to tap into that one then.
Of course, everybody got to tap into that one. Of course, yes, I'm streaming.
All right, well, thank you guys all for listening. This was like, I don't know, this was just like insane. So much fun.
I appreciate y'all.
Yes, I mean, this is like this was like our longest one, which is like kind of incredible. I didn't know what to expect, but
I didn't know either. So, I would just be driving to work, and I'm like, okay, am I gonna ask them questions? I'm like, okay, like, I've seen some podcasts, but I never really paid attention to how the person is and how they engage. And then I just never, like, went back to watch the videos and see how it was. So then yesterday, when I got my haircut, I'm like, Dennis, like, so I'm like, do I ask them questions? He's like, no, bro, they're there for you. They're going to ask you questions. I'm like, okay, like, let's say that round of questions. Then what? Do I start asking questions? Then he like, no, bro, like, they're there for you. They're going to ask you questions. So I'm like, okay. But I feel like...
Shout out Dennis.
Yeah, shout out Dennis.
Bro, you did the Dennis voice too, bro. Like, that's exactly what he sounds like.
That's exactly how he sounds. I love Dennis. That's my brother. I love Dennis forever.
CT Dennis.
Forever. CT Dennis for sure. Yeah, CT Dennis for sure.
Yeah. All right. So, thank you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.